see what's new. Let me see what's been added today. Eh, I might watch the House of Guinness. Wow. Yeah. Okay. What's that? Alice in Borderland. What's that? Black Rabbit. I might watch that. Black Rabbit. Ah, fuck off. Serious. I don't want to be fucking serious. Bastard. Sorry to get you out of the room, brother. I got someone else to call. I gotta get out of town. Okay. What you do? You wanna get out of there? Do 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 do. Oh, tell you what, it's a bit of a chilly night, right? Okay, I'm going out for a smoke and then I'm gonna watch a movie. Had a nice bit of fish, you know, fucking great. And then I had some chips. Ah, fuck it. Anyway, good evening. Oh, fuck's sake. We are in the garden, the Peace Garden, as you can see there, you know. And I'm feeling at peace in all fairness. You know, I went up to see my family today. You know, right, we're on. Mic check, 1, 2. Joint check, 1, 2, 3. Night check. Yeah. All checks done. Yeah. Nobody on robbing washing lines. Do you understand? You have to be careful, man. Fucking Fendi tracksuit on the fucking line, mate. I don't want to get nicked. But you'd have to not be off this housing estate to jump my wall or jump over that fence. You would, honestly, that'd be a stupid thing to do. But yeah, I'm gonna watch a movie. I'm nice and chilled. Bro, listen to me. Yeah, I've got a fucking tracksuit on that. It's like I said, you know, it's like you'd have to be a right scruffy cunt to be robbing people's lines. You know, like fuck's sake. Get up out at you, Bowsy. Give YouTube the middle finger, bro. Put up your middle fucking finger. Put up your motherfucking finger. Yeah. He's doing his checklist. You know. He's going on holiday soon. And it's very... Mark! How hot is did you say 35 degrees? Yeah. Ouch. Have to share the back garden. Yeah, bro, I get that. It's like, you know, but like I said, you don't have to worry about people robbing your lions around here. I'd be more concerned about them getting into the shed. Well, there's fuck all in my shed. I'm just saying they could get into someone's shed, but everybody around here has cameras. You know, every third house has a door ring bell camera. Do you understand? It's like you don't even need to be in. But I had a nice day. I went, I got up, I had a few hours sleep, but about 4 hours, 4.5 max last night. I was delighted. So I had some food. How you run? Spare ribs, chicken stir fry, and a film in a joint yourself being down the rounds on this box of it on the gym. Go on, run, you fucking dark horse, you. Uh, Nah, it's like I'm content, I got to see me lads today. I seen him on video call there this evening, so I'll do that tomorrow, and then tomorrow evening, then I'll get him, on Saturday. I can't wait just to get him, and do something normal, like, do you know the last time I got on a bus with a pram? you know, uh, It's like, cause he's a new car seat and I haven't figured it out yet, so I don't want to look like a fucking idiot in an Uber, asking my guy to get out and put the baby seat in. Yeah, bro, have you ever seen this one done before? This is a bit big, this car seat, ultra short of doing is sticking them on the fucking roof rack. Amazon parcel for 82. Okay. I just had some fish. I said to myself, right, I'm gonna like get me video. I'll get Thomas's FaceTime done. Have me tea. I'll tell you what, it's some project that canal water today, man. You could see into it. Honestly, I could see them fucking. But I knew as soon as Jerry said to me today, "Good luck, bro, if you go fishing," I was like, I wish he didn't fucking say that. See, when we have a downpour like that, what happens is, right, them trees, like, right, Lisa, that stretch of canal where that favourite tree of mine is? If I ever die, get me on and put it underneath that tree. Yeah, fucking beautiful tree it is. It's like, I don't know what it is about it, but anytime I go past it, it feels so tranquil. It's like a tree out of fucking Lord of the Rings. It's magnificent. It's like the Seven Wonders of Manchester. This tree, it's deadly. The weeping fucking willow. It's like from that tree down, I've identified. That's where that family of Brahim live. There must be about 80 of them. And they go up that track of water every day. And you know that house where you said you like it at the back of the canal there, right? You know the way I have me spot there on the back of that house, right? It's like that man that lives a couple of doors down from that lady. He said, "Bro, I've lived here 40 years. I watch them go up and down the same stretch of water every day. And I have done for 40 years. I was like, get the fuck out of here." He said, honestly. I was like, "How do you know they're the same ones?" He said, "I know." He said, "I watched them all as babies. I have names for them and all." I was like, "You fucking what?" I was like, "Are you copying? Have you been watching my lives?" He's like, "You what?" I said, "Have you been watching my fucking lives and copying my idea? Naming fish. What's your game? What's your angle here? Let me in." Like, he said, "I used to be an angler way before you were even on this earth." I was like, "Brilliant. You must be fucking ancient then. Old timer. But you can't, you get the best advice from the old timers, experienced guys, but he's a lovely man, he's a gentleman. No, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm a toy boy compared to this geezer. Yeah. But he's a lovely man, he is, I mean? He's a gentle soul. Like, anytime I go to that spot, he just come out. And anytime I see him, he'll always interact with me and he'll tell me fucking stories about what he used to catch on the canal. And he said, "I've had bigger." I was like, "You fucking what?" he said, you want to see, there's one in there, and it must be about 40 years old. I was like, that's fucking ancient, bro. He said, nah, bro, I'm being deadly serious. He said, you see them? He said, it's about 3 times the size of them. He said, it must be over 20 pounds. I was like, you fucking what? You know, he said, you know what? I've seen bigger pike in here, he said, now, than bream. He said, but he said, you're using the wrong bait and you're using the wrong technique. He said, bro, he said, you'll never catch them fish like that. He says, they're too clever, you know. They've been here before us. They've been up and down this canal way before you and I was born. You know, getting all philosophical, like, you know, fucking. And I'm like, rah, I've met the real world Gandalf. You know, we like that tree, you understand? I was like, and he told me about that tree as well. You know how old that tree is? He said to me, he moved into that house, yeah, in the 70s, right? He's been there over 50 years. He said that tree has been fucking there nearly 50 years. You know, that's how old that is. Or something like that. Or that fucking, I don't know what he's saying, but in order for it to grow like the way it has, you know, it's something else it is. I don't know what it is. I do feel dead calm when I go anywhere near it. Because I do scan the water from there all the way down to that lock just to see them. You know, and I'm surprised I couldn't see them today because the water was so fucking clear. You know, I bet you they're all underneath that fucking tree, man. Using all that fucking moss as cover. You know, they're there. You know, they just weren't biting today for some reason. Not even a nibble. Now, I'd understand if I didn't even get a bite. I'd be like, fuck's sake. But not even a bite today, man. And then, like I said, on the way back to the kids on the estate, you need spinner running in the bait caster, you need tracer wire, and you'll be able to catch a pike. I know that, bro. I've been fishing since I'm 11, and I've still not caught a monster. You know, well, I've caught a few monsters in my life, yeah. But not pike. You know, I've not caught a 20-pounder, bro, if the truth be told. I think the biggest one I've ever landed was like 17.4 or something like that. And it wasn't even my fish. I only landed it because the person who had caught the fish dropped that fucking rod when she seen the size of it. You know, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was a big fish, that. You know what I mean? But it was in distress. And when I was reeling it in, something grabbed it by the fucking head. And this fish was about 10 pounds. I'm thinking whatever bit this must have been twice, 2.5 times the size of that to even contemplate attacking the front of it. And the bite was and the diameter of it, I was like, this fish must have been over 20 pounds that bit this bream. I was reeling in a bream and this pike hit it. Whoa! I got it out of the fucking water. I made a video. I got over 15,000 views. Well, I was at 13, so yeah. And this bream, something hit it when I was bringing it in, and I was fighting like fuck. Next of all, my rod just went dead. My rod went forward. It's like, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought I was stuck. I was like, I'm gonna lose it. And next of all, I was pulling, and I just felt it come free, yeah. And when I got it in, Griff, right, I had fucking teeth marks on its mouth and on its head. Something attacked it. Like, you know, I'll be honest with you, mate. I've not caught many fish using spinners, you know, because I fish for perch and tench and bream and whatever, bro, you know. I'm not an established pike angler. I wouldn't say that. I'm more of a basic course angler, bro. That's all I've done all my life. I've never done competitions and shit like that, but I've never caught a monster, you know. And it's like a lot of these reservoirs and what have you, they stock loads of baby fish, right? And it's like over years, some of these, like, they're like freaks in nature. Like, I remember a geezer where I used to live when I was a kid. He caught a pike and it was 37 pounds. And it was sad to see what they did with it. You know, like, they should have let it go. Do you understand? But they didn't. They fucking killed it so they could stick it on the mantelpiece. And it's like, bro, you should have let it go. You know, like in 10, 15 years, that could have grown double in size. Now, £60, bro, right? Now, I'm a big fan of muskies. Now, I watch a lot of fishing things, right? Well, not a lot, but, you know, like in Canada and what have you, them muskies, they're exactly like pikes, bro. And I remember this geezer, yeah, and he caught a massive one on it, right? And he caught it. He was after drilling a hole in the ice, yeah? And he had a rod, bro. I'm not joking you. The rod was about that size, right? And a bell went off, yeah? And under the ice, you can see this big pike. Next of all, you see this thing coming up to it. It's like it was 3 times the size of it. It grabbed it. Do you understand? It pulled the fucking rod into the hole. You know, that was a monster. Like, your man met, he said, that had to be 55 pound easy. And he said it wasn't a muskie, that was a pike. I was like, fuck off, bro. Pikes don't grow that big. He said, you know, in the program, he's like, you understand? They do grow that big. 55 pound pike. I'd stuff that. Yeah, well, bro, listen, on that TikTok shop, you can buy loads of different stuff, and that's what I'll do. But at the moment, I have priorities that are more important than my fishing gear. But it's cheap. You can get it for fuck all. You know what I mean? So I will get myself a new rod. I went fishing with Aztec Media a few weeks ago, and Aaron gave me a rod. The only thing is, it's too big for me. It's like 17 foot. It's a great rod, though. Fair play to Aaron. Shout out to Aztec Media, yeah? If you're not sub to his channel, go do so. I went fishing with Aaron and we didn't catch a thing. We didn't even get a bite. And he now, I have a pal, yeah? Even though he's a City fan, it's not his fault, but he's a good lad, right? Because I met him and I went fishing with him, right? And you can tell a little bit about a person's personality or character by sitting with them for 5 minutes, never mind 2 hours, right? And I enjoyed it, but we didn't catch a fucking thing that day. You know, like, but when I'm fishing, there's a lot of youth on the manor that fish and they'd be like, bro, I get all my stuff on that TikTok shop. You want to see all the fishing lures you can get? You can get like cases. It's the same on Temu. You can get like 100-piece set for a £5. You know, for £3 and fucking it's ridiculously cheap. You know, but TikTok, I think TikTok shop is the cheapest out of them all. Cause like I said, when my lad gets a little bit older, you know, it's like I'm gonna want him to fucking, I'm not gonna force fishing on him because it can be boring, you know, but I will encourage him to take part in sport. That will be pushed. Because I believe in greatness. And it's like, even to get a chance at greatness another time again, I never thought. Like, if you look at the bigger picture, I want my son to be a world champion one day, regardless what it is he does. And I believe I have it in me. You know, we've did it once, nothing stopping us doing it before. Except this time, he'll probably represent Great Britain and whatever he does. How mad is that? and I'm Irish, right? But my son was born in this country. This is England. You know, me two daughters were born in this country. In fact, me three baby mothers are in this city right now. All of them. In one city in the world, being Manchester. I've everything I need in this city. You understand? This is not a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence anymore. Well, bro, I'll be honest with you. I enjoy going fishing with somebody that's very like-minded to myself, you know, that has similar interests like football and fishing, you know, and family. Like them 3 Fs there, you know. Football, family and fishing. You know, 1 second, hang on. Now, right guys, sorry. Shoes off, come on. Right, look at everywhere's spanking. Right, I need a mat for that. Right. About that. Right, so how do I do this? Oh yeah. So I'm gonna stick my phone here, guys. You're gonna have to wait a second, right? Hang on 1 minute. Because I'm watching a film, right? 1 second. Give me a second. Hang on, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Give me 1 second. No direction without yeah. Right, tea. Would you like a cup of tea? Would you like a cup of tea, mate? Right. Come on, Finn, we fight. You go boom over your head. Finn, I went up to see Thomas earlier on, bro, and you know what? He's trying to say I love you and Daddy Jude and Daddy Jude. Daddy. Yeah. I watched The Godfather. Well, I watched a bit of it. Finn, your life's over, you know that, don't you? Bro, you are so in trouble now, you honestly. You got down on one knee, you big romantic, you. I'm proud of you, bro. I'm all for romance as well. You know, fucking bad romance. Nah, all jokes aside, you never know who could turn up with me to that wedding. You know, it'd be not fair to invite Lisa, Finn. That'd be bad, bro. You know, but I know you're gonna, you know, so you never know, bro. You could even see me dancing. I might even hire out a suit. You know, it's like I've not been invited to a wedding for years. Do you understand? It's like some of them bastards at home. I put my life on the line for them, and the bastards never invited me to weddings. You know, and you've invited me to a wedding. How could I say no to that? You know, I don't give a fuck where it is. If it's in Timbuktu, I'm coming. You know, Nike, I love the suit. I'd be like, fucking hell, Finn. You know you can back out of this now. Tell you what, I'll make a deal with you, right? I'll come to your wedding. I'm not going to your stag do. Because you'll end up fucking, yeah, not on me. No. I am not going to be the excuse for your marriage not happening. I'll come to the wedding, just not the stag do, because I'll get the blame if you don't get married. So, fuck that. I don't want that on my conscience, you know. Yeah, I don't want that on my conscience. Yeah, but Finn, if you invite me, you have to invite Mark. You know, and he wants to outdress me. He has to always be better than everything at me. He always wants to be better at everything he does, as long as it beats me. That's the good thing about competing with your brothers. And now look, I'm all the way down here. No, I swear down. If I'm healthy, I'll be at your wedding. You know, it'd be me honour to go. All jokes aside, Finn, honestly, I'd probably even get upset, you know. Yeah, well, please God, Finn, that'd be nice, yeah. You know, a wedding, fucking hell, I've not been to one. The last wedding I was at, fuck's sake, mate, I'm talking over 20 years ago, you know. Like, when I come to England, it's like when a lot of my cousins were getting married. I was invited, I just didn't go home, Finn. You know, there's too many bad memories there for me, and I feel like I'd never be able to please everybody, do you understand? Even if I was to go home every year from now to the end of my life, I'm not going to please everybody. Because if you go home and then you don't go and see a certain family member, you're a bollocks. Oh, he went to see you, but he didn't come to see me. You know, that kind of way. And it's like, it's like, there's too many of them. None of them had TVs, dirty bastards. You know, there's loads of them. My granddad, like, had 9. My ma's one of 9, Finn. You know, 5 and 4. 5 girls and 4 boys that were raised on Landon Road in one house in Ballyfermot for 40 years. You know, so my family, we know everybody in Ballyfermot because me mammy was raised there. Me uncles were raised there, me aunties, you know, most of me cousins. And it's just one of them, Finn. You know, like a lot of me friends, we have big families. You know, I'm sure you have a couple, haven't you? You're not an only child, sure you know. Hang on, this fucking bastard, mate. I'm gonna have to get me laptop once. Fuck's sake. I tell you what, Lee Marvin Hitchman, he scrubbed up well. I seen him today. Well, not in person, but I seen something that he did. Something to do with New Zealand. But he's a good lad, Lee. So, Finn, I'm gonna get a bit of writing stationery. And I'm gonna start fucking about. I'm gonna open my eyes like a pencil. It's like what I'll do is I'll listen to a bit of classical music, a bit of Bros, or a bit of Aha, or a bit of ABBA, or YMCA. And I'll just use my eyes like a pencil to paper. It's like a metaphor for me because my eyes is like a pencil and that's the way to guide me. You see, I have to write the story through my eyes, Finn. Not through my mind, through what my eyes saw. Do you understand? Because your mind plays tricks on you. Your eyes doesn't. I'm gonna write from what my eyes see, not from what's in my head. from what my eyes seen. Not nobody else's eyes. My eyes. Yeah. Not from me what's in me head. From what I seen through these eyes, I'll put on paper. From what I heard with these big ears, I'll also put on paper. You know, and I have an advantage because I have a fucking shit load of a story to tell, bro, but I don't know where to start. Like, Kira popped into me chat earlier on, Marvin's missus. Like, and Lee can give me a bit of advice, do you understand? And like I said, when Lee comes up to me and that, it's like I do be picking his brain. You know, it's like, because I have loads of names beside me name. You know, I have loads of skills next to me name. And loads of names like cunt, bollocks, what else? Motherfucker, I've been called a few times too. Yeah. But not smart. You know, I've been called a bowsy, a bollocks, a bastard. But never an author. You know, like, I've no business writing a book. I've no class, right? Who says so? Why? You see, you get geezers that write from fiction. I'm writing from what me eyes seen. How are you, Luke? And it's like, a few of me mates can pencil the rest in. You know, because I'd never be able to put it all in one book, Finn. It's impossible. Like, but if I do write a book, yeah, like, me son and myself have spoke about this about 18 months ago, and Dylan identified all the chapters for me. And it's ironic that the first chapter has to be the matchstick, because that's where it started from. A flame, bro. Yeah. And it's gonna trigger the bollocks out of me, bro. You know, but like I said, it's like, if I don't write it, I feel like if I get to 55, 60, I'll say to myself, why didn't I write it back then? Because I can't do it now, because I've fucking totally have fucking Alzheimer's and shit. I can't even spell my own name. So it has to be now. These antipsychotics and antidepressants spin over time. They're having a horrendous effect on my mental health, and me judgment, me calculations, me timing, me punctuality, you know, me target. It's like, and that's it. I should have done this a long time ago, but I didn't know how. And I definitely didn't know any author. And I was like, all I need is an opportunity, right? Now, I'm gonna put a lot of real shit in this book. Not from what's in my head. What I seen through my eyes, Finn. And I seen a lot allegedly. You know, but I won't cross the line. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of my family will be reading this book and buying it just to support me. And they all know that 97% of what's in this book is accurate. A lot of my pals back home, some of them, they struggle even to spell book. You ask some of my friends at home to spell author, and they'll spell Arthur, right? Do you understand what I mean, Finn? And that's not me mocking them, because I was like them as well. I fucked my education up, bro, but you know what? I got it back, Finn. You know, I got it back because of me father's son. You know, my dad, bro, he told me books was the way forward when there was no internet. Do you understand? But what you doing out there? All that time you're wasting, and you could be reading a book. You could be learning about a great dictator or a fucking Roman emperor. You know, you could learn about Julius Caesar. I'm like, will you fuck off with Julius Caesar? Have you got a fucking hard on for him? Because you're always talking about Romans. You know, what do you know about Romans? The Rome. I didn't know a thing. He said, what do you mean, the Rome? I said, you asked me what the Romans do. I said, they roam, don't they? There's loads of them, and they've got big noses. Julius Caesar was a fucking fascist. And he was a gay as well, in his spare time. How dare you insult Caesar? I'm like, fuck Caesar. You know, years later it turned into cat food. You're not that hard. Fuck off. Do you understand? Eat me. Caesar. Yeah. Fuck off. You know, I was like, why would I want to know anything about the Roman Empire? You know, fuck you and the Roman Empire. And your books. You know, but I didn't get what he was trying to teach me, you know. You know, you could be learning things, you know, and you're fucking pissing your life away in a corner. You know, me that. See, I didn't realise how important education it'd be later on in life. But when you're a youngster and you're a follower and you want to be like all your fucking mates, like a crash test dummy, you know, like, and here's the stupid thing, right? We used to compete against each other to see who's the stupidest, okay? And I fucking tell you, my card was marked when it comes from 1 to 10 to stupid. You know, I fucking passed all day. You know, but saying that, a lot of my pals were the same. You know, we were all reckless, but we were all there to the death. Like, if we were in town and a 7-foot cunt hit one of our mates, that wouldn't bother us because he was bigger. We'd be like, well, how about this? I bet you if I go over on my own, I can drop him without your help. And we used to challenge each other mentally that way, and sometimes it ended up bad, you know. But that's the way the lads are in Ballyfermot. You know, that's the way they wail. You know, and the mentality hasn't changed because you're a product of your environment. And until you leave somewhere you really love, like Ireland, I didn't leave because I wanted to. I didn't want to leave, but I had to, because I had to give my son a chance. You know, I had to give him a chance, at least, you know. So yeah, I give him a chance and he rammed it, thank God. You know, and he went down the education road, you know. And it's the best thing you can do, because education, oh, for fuck's sake. Well, Finn, I got thrown out the Johns for trying to blow the science lab up. And I got thrown out of the tech just for being a prick. You know, same year and all. Me ma said, you better get a fucking job. So at 14 I got an apprentice butcher, so I was lucky in a way, you know. I had something to fucking keep, you know what I mean, even though I wasn't on a great wage. It was giving me experience, kind of like, because I learned how to use certain machines, right? Which later on in my life become useful. For instance, I learned how to use a bandsaw, right? So when I applied for that job in the slaughter hall, they asked me had I any experience with machinery or what have you, and I told them, what machines have you got? You know, can you use that? Yeah, show me, no problem. Send one of them pigs down here, cut it in half. I want you to send this to that leg line, that to that leg line, no problem. Send that down. Put it that way. My man's looking at me, I'm like, I'm turning it upside down. He said, what you doing? I'm cutting the feet off, you gobshite. What does it look like I'm doing? Here, it's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, we can do it, you You know, and it's like I learned then while I was there how to use other machines. Do you understand? So I've always used every job as a springboard. You know, it's like, okay, you can come back to that years later. You don't forget to change a punch, alright? Okay? You know how to clean a rifle, don't you, Finn? And you don't forget how to ride a bike either. You know, and even if you don't ride a bike for 40 years, you still know how to pedal one. Okay? It's, you know.
So to change that.
Well, bro, listen to me. I didn't fuck it. It's like I hadn't got a choice. And you know what, Finn? The smell of the place. About a mile away from the job, you could smell it. Like 2,200 pigs a day, right? So you have to think about this, right? When they come off the trucks, they go down it's like, it's the most humane way to do it. They do maybe 40, 50 at a time in a chamber, and they're gassed, and they come up upside down. You just grab them by the feet onto a hook, you know, and run them along the track. Now you have to think about, so that's 2,200 intestines and all that shit getting taken out. You have to separate everything for him. The lungs, the liver, the heart. Do you understand? The kidney, all that shit, bro, right? And it goes down this line, and the fucking smell of it. You've got an apron down to your wellies. Your wellies are nearly up to your knees, right? It's like the PPE we used to be given in the morning, right? I used to have a big apron, yeah? Big white one. Me chainmail over it. I'd have a belt around me, yeah? I'd have about 4 knives in me harness, me little sheath there, yeah? It's like I'd have me boning knife, I'd have a big fuck off one. It's like, you know, you have different knives for boning and fucking cutting and what have you, you know, but what I learned as a kid, I learned how to use a bandsaw, and the reason I got that job was because I lied. I said I could use a bandsaw and others. So my man said, right, show me how to use it then. Now, just as well he didn't bring me to the others, or I'd have been fucked. So, because of what I learned at 14 in Pains, how to use a bandsaw, it's like, it's the exact same. So, you know, it helped me, bro, honestly. And I ended up, it was the first job I ever, well, second job I ever did monthly, you know, getting paid monthly. And bro, I couldn't get used to it. You know, like, for 21 years, I'm 52 on my next birthday. I've worked for over 21 years in this city in 3, 4 different jobs, yeah. I always had a job, Finn. And then I got really sick. It all fell apart after my dad died, bro. Everything, the wheels come off. I lost all his money. He was coming to me at night telling me how ashamed of me he was. You know, telling me I'd always be a fuck up and this was my fault and all this, and Finn, it destroyed me, do you understand? I couldn't deal with it, I couldn't live with myself. I was like, I can't deal with this. You know. And you try stupid things, don't you? Yeah. That was tough, that, man. But losing me mum, man, fuck's sake, man. That derailed me. Good for you, you fucking weirdo. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And blow me. You big bowsy. Well, Here's how it is. I worked in a slaughter hall, you dummy. You know, that's what happens in slaughter halls. Animals get slaughtered. Term the phrase, slaughter hall. Yeah. Ding. Next. I cut the giblies off you. Precisely. Do I get a production bonus for that? Dice and slice. You know, I was a chef for 7 years. And I did that job for nearly 7 years, yeah. Around that. But it was a good job. I enjoyed the lads there. You know, the banter that you had with the lads, like, cause like I said, there was 50 of them young, like there was 59 of the lads underneath me, and I had a lot of pressure to deliver a quota. Do you understand? And it's like there was 6 other fucking guys, you know, that wanted to bring the best out of their team. You know, we used to get a production bonus for it. You know, put your phone away, bro. We'll make you come here. Listen, you go home with an extra £400 your wages this week, or this month. Your missus is gonna be happy, right? But they separated everything and sold everything. Like, they separated everything, you know, and everything was edible in a way. You know, nothing was wasted, because whatever wasted was used for pet food or fucking whatever. You know, like, right, so you have livers, hearts, kidneys, you know, ribs, pork chops, pork loins, pork legs, pork shoulders, you know, fucking everything. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't eat pork now. No fucking way. Not after what I've seen recently. Get a can of Coke and a little fillet of pork and pour the can over it, right? And leave it for a couple of days and go back to it and watch what you see on it. Worms. Honestly, Finn. But, Finn, I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed it. Because the lads that we were working with, you know, like I said, we were competing against 6 other teams. Yeah, no bother me. I'm just chatting shit about me old jobs, like, but working with people like fucking, you know, from all walks of life. Jamaicans, Polish, Irish, English, Scottish, fucking Welsh. People from everywhere. Well, bro, I'll leave that to your imagination. But they're a delicacy, I believe, in China. Pig's anus, yeah. Ain't for me, bro. Whatever floats your boat, you know, but they have a use for everything, you know. You know, and then that belly pork. Oh, Finn, now I have to be honest with you, right? You see the belly pork, right? They used to do staff sales, right? You'd get a 5 kilo bag of barbecue ribs for a £5. 5 kilo bags, Finn. You know, I used to go home, right? Honestly, right? Now, Finn, I had to get the bus. Now, I didn't drive yet, so I'd grab as much as I could carry. How are you, Sharky? So what they used to do, Finn, right? Every week or every week, they'd have staff sales. So we'd get like 24 pork chops for a £5. Massive ones. Shoulders of pork for £2.50. Legs of pork for a £5, right? How are you, Richard? So we'd grab, so let's say today is Thursday. So let's say today we get staff sales, right? It doesn't come out of your wages till the following week. Does that make sense? So basically you go up, there's a list, your name's on it, you get whatever you want. I used to get whatever I could carry. I take it to the pub at the Etihad, and I know the owner, Mary D is right. She'd say, Jude, whatever you get, bring it all here. I'll have it. Finn, I'd kill myself going to the bus stop, yeah? I'd make an extra £400-500 a month selling that meat. No, can I fuck, bro? Are you taking the... Bro, you... What do I look like? I can milk a cow. I can jockey one. I've just never carried one. I've not tried. I reckon that taught me back. You know. Nah, listen, nothing I've ever worked at or done, I've looked at as a challenge. And I've always wanted to be good at it and do it like a champion, the way my dad taught me. You know I might be a fucking idiot, but, you know, if I need to put my head into the books, do you understand? It's like... Oh, and Rapsy Nesbitt, you have another man as your photo, you fucking weirdo. You look like you're on methamphetamine. Get out of here, you big fucking bowsy. Do you know what? You're going out. So, bro, we all have interesting lives. Fuck's sake. You know, I'm not special. You know, me mates' lives were much interesting. You know. Much. Infidels, Finn. That's what they are. Infidels. You don't concern yourself with ghosts. You know, fuck them. Exactly. Yeah, fuck them. I'm deciding what to watch. I don't know what to watch. Science. Is that with Mel Gibson? Black Rabbit. What? Finn, have you watched anything good on Netflix recently? The Guest, what's that? Oh shit. Drama. 20 episodes. I'm not watching 20 episodes. About anyone but you at a lavish destination. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Has anyone seen that yet? Oh yeah, Seventh Son. A blood moon rises, a witch queen awakens, and a fledgling apprentice must harness his mysterious powers, or the world will plunge into darkness. Fuck yeah, I'm on this. Yeah, about witches, I'm fucking in. I'm watching it. Yeah. Yeah, fuck him. Don't worry about him. Here, how about this? No, bro, not done much fishing, no. Just a little tiny bit, about that much. Well, you have permission to stick an arrow in all their heads if you want, at least. Save me doing it. Anyway, I'm not staying for long anyway. What time is it? 10 to 9. I'll see. Because I'm watching a movie. Hey, I'm watching a film. Finn, you know what, yeah? Because I say film, Lisa takes the piss. Finn, have you ever said to your Jade, do you want to watch a film? What's up with that? Sorry, it's Lord now. Hey, have you ever said to your missus, Jade, do you want to watch a film? I said that to Lisa and she's crying, laughing. I was like, what are you laughing at? A film. It is a film. It is a film. You say film me. Film, sorry, film. Yeah, it's a film. Yeah, that's how it's spelled. Film. Film. Okay. Who's this prick? Yeah, well, Worm will get an arrow in his head every time he pops in, won't he, you fucking weirdo? Hey, and it's not even a fella, it's a chick with a dick. Yeah, you pussy. But yeah, I'm watching a film. Okay, like I said, a film. Finn, I like shit about witches and aliens and. What are you on about? Doing what? What are you on about? The Seventh Son, has anyone seen it? I am watching a film, I can fucking multitask. Yeah, I'll do it now in a minute. You know. But Thomas was in good form earlier on when I rang. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll get that album. Say, I love you. I love you. You know. Ah, will you fuck off the parties? Tomato, tomato, though. Who's arguing? Oh, Jon Snow, isn't it? No way. Oh, I like him. Kit something. Kit Harrison, isn't it? That's Kit Harrison, isn't it? Jon Snow, isn't it? No, him. Him. That's Kit Harrison, isn't it? No, him. Oh, him. Fuck off, mate, will you? I'll get copyrighted. Come on, stop it. The mark on your hand. Whoops. That looks like an Albert. Him in the middle. Yeah, Jon Snow. Bro, look out the side. There's White Walkers. Come and watch. Oh shit, they're Cardis. Now look what you've done. I know. Well, like I said, I can't wait to have him here. You know, just to see him walking around, you know what I mean? And walking around the whole garden. You know. And I know he's gonna go for that blue thing straight away. The auto. Yeah. Well, I won't be bleeding quiet here. But like I said, I'll wear them out. I'll let them run around the garden leash, you know what I mean? And up and down the slide, and I'll do the spin-a-rooney with them a few times. You know, I'd get in it with them, but I'd end yeah, he'd be doing the spin-a-rooney around the garden, yeah. I'm gonna make myself a smoke. Yeah, it's like, you know, he'd be worn out, he will, because it's like he'd be up early on that morning, Finn, you know, and it's like, if he's out, you know, if it's a nice day, Finn, the air will knock him out. You know, he'd be bollocks tired by 8:30, 9 o'clock, you know what I mean? Yeah, 5 of them. Nah, yeah, this fucking guy, man. Bell end. Yeah. I don't know why it's in Arabic. Yeah, I don't know why it's in Arabic. Oh, fuck. Do you like shit about... Yeah, fuck 'em. Yeah. It's how sad people are. You know, like... They've now living their life, you know. They've nothing to offer the world. How are you, Mr. Death Squad? A willow tree. Well, I tell you one thing. It's a remarkable tree. You know, I'm a big fan of it, bro. You know, all jokes aside, bro, I'm a big fan of trees and hedges and bushes and grass and roots. They're all connected, bro. The earth is connected, right? I know it's a bleeding weeping willow. I'm not a fucking expert. Oh, yeah. It's there years, that tree, according to one of the neighbours. You know what I mean? It's there fucking years. Yeah. Well, that old man told me that there's loads of fish living underneath that years. You know. Do you know what else he told me? He tried to buy that house. So many years ago. And the garden attracted him because it was at the back of the canal. And he told me, he said, see that house down there where the tree is? And I was like, yeah. I thought he was gonna, after he told me about the fish living there, right? He said, I tried to buy that property in the 70s. And my wife ended up choosing this for the garden. And if you look at the spot he has, it's right next there, Lise, to the canal, you know. Yeah. It's like he said, I chose that house, but it wasn't on the market. And the garden sold it for us, you know. Oh, shit. That's a fucked up witch. Oh, shit. You see, the garden is a big feature there, but it's like, you know the house when you walk down towards Iceland, you know, that has the big garden, and I'm like, wow, you want to see what his back garden comes onto, the way the canal is. It's like you could rent it out. You know, you could put a couple of fucking canoes on there, like you do up the canal. You know, yeah, I know, bro. Thanks for coming in. And guys, here, give my man Death Squad a sub. And here, can you give fucking Finn a sub? He's trying to get to his first 1,000. We need to get Finn and Pablo to that first 1,000. You know, that'd be a fucking crime. Good Lord. Hey, were you never hugged as a baby, were you not? Hey, you useless waster. I suppose you'll follow me onto TikTok if I go onto TikTok, will you? Hey, you gobshite. Oh, that's a witch. I'm not staying long in anyway. You know, I'm watching this fucking movie. I'm trying to watch it. I'm gonna go make a cup of tea. 9:15, I'm going fuck off. You might see me in a little while. Shout out to Russia. Hello, Mr. Todd. Shout out to Vodka. I'll text you tomorrow. Okay. And give the kids a kiss for me, yeah? I'm looking forward to having the little fella, man. Ah. Well, bro, I'm on all social medias. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I don't give me Facebook out, bro, in all fairness. You know, I don't give it out. You know, I don't give it out, bro, in all fairness, but I'm on Instagram. It's Donald Jude Mac. Me last name, me middle name, and then me first name. I need to go get a fucking hair dye. Look at that. It's bad. You know, yeah, Finn, do you want to see something funny? Huh? Like that, look. I need to stick them in. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, Richard Dowling. And here, give Richard's channel a sub as well. I'm sure he's trying to get to his first fucking 100 or 200, I'm not sure. But like I said, look, I don't mind just posting you as a link in my chat. You know, if I like you, I'm not asked if you post your link in my chat. You know, because there's a lot of people that can benefit from that. Like if I know you're on say 60 subs and you want to get to 100 and you say to me, Jude, can you share my channel? No fucking problem. You know, because it's like once you can do your own YouTube lives, okay, it's like you can grow your own audience. Do you understand? Like, and it's mad, like, and that's how you network with people, that's how you communicate with people from all around the world. Yeah, no, I just tell everybody, like, when people come in here all the time and are respectful, you know, I don't mind fucking sharing people's channel. You know, it's no skin off my nose. You know, other people never charge it, but it's not for me. You know, I have what I need in life. Well, nearly. You know, I've no value for money. Stupid, isn't it? Even though money is the most valuable thing to people, it's not to me. My kids is my wealth. You can born money. Do you hear what I'm saying? Your kids are the reward. Your grandkids are a reward. You know, I'm being a good example to them and setting standards for them to follow. How you run? Well, Ron, and if you're not sub to Ron's channel, go sub to Ron's channel. My brother has just been up praying, you know, about Muslim. Alhamdulillah, when my brother, did I ever tell you my brother's Muslim? Not just Mark. Hey, Mark's an Irish Muslim. Aren't you, bro? You're part of the brotherhood, aren't you, bro? Free the people. Would you like a cup of tea, mate? Okay. How was your prayer? Right. 1 second. Mark, if you could recommend a good film to me, what would it be? Huh? Do you want tea or coffee? Boom, 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 boom. On a dark desert highway. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna have an early one tonight. I'm gonna fuck off, and I'm gonna just watch. I'm gonna watch a movie. Yeah. I think I've done enough YouTube for today. Yeah, it's been a good day. Must have opened them smoke. That's what I heard them say. I'm gonna make a smoke, go out the back smoker, and then I'm gonna end me live, guys. Wait, what's me phone on? Let me see. Oh, 7%, that's not good. I'm gonna have to charge my phone for 5 minutes and what. I'm gonna go out, have a smoke, guys, and then I'm gonna bounce. And guys, listen, when I am me live, Finn will be going live. Like, Finn is trying to get to his first 1,000. And I'd like to see Finn get there, you know. Out of all the Irish lads like that trying to get there, Pablo and Finn and all. Pablo, I'd love to see the pair of them, you know, because Pablo's helped me, like, you know. And the way Pablo helped me, I said I'll help Finn, because I didn't know fuck all about YouTube. Pablo kind of helped me with that. You know, and he didn't ask me for anything or fucking, you know what I mean? He did it out of the goodness of his heart. Hang on, guys, 1 sec, just let me. 1 sec. Yeah, Pablo did it out of the goodness of his heart, and you know, he's a good guy, Pablo. You know. I miss Chopper though. Mark! Do you want me to bring it up?
This fool has no mercy. My spine follows him. You make me fear Gregory any longer. My beautiful sister. Thank you, my lord.
Oh. Oh, fuck. Yeah. But, 1 sec, let me do that. Can't share on YouTube while I'm looking. Well, Finn, like I said, guys, when I end this, Finn's gonna be going live. See me, Finn, I'm just gonna watch this movie, me, bro. I'm gonna have an early one tonight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a smoke. I'll stay for another 20 minutes. I'll stay till 9:30 and then I'm fucking off. I'm just gonna make a smoke, bro. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. You know what I mean? Like I said, I have something to look forward to the weekend, you know. I'm having me little fella, you know, for the first time on my own overnight, you know. Well, that'd be a lie. I've been there for the last fucking nearly how long is he's alive. But I've never had him outside the house. I've never kept them at my mum's overnight, you know. Well, as Nan's, you know, but I'm looking forward to it. It's a challenge, you know, and I'm up for the challenge because it's like he's gonna run around this garden, you know, and it's like a dream come true for me because it's like just to see me son in the same garden.
You want that? You can have it.
Oh, bro, you're a fucking legend. So what did you try to do? You tried to put the shape back in it?
Yeah, but fucking...
And bro, you know I love Yankees hats, and you know what, yeah? Lisa got this fucking, I thought it was, what's that stuff called, or what's that hoodie? Da Vinci, but it's Chanel, and it's the exact same colour, and I love that colour. You know that colour, bro, that green. What colour green would you call that? Would that be a
Lime.
mint or a lime?
Lime green in it. Never mind.
Yeah, man. On or off? You know, like Finn, you know something, right? My brothers, they always give me hats and bags, you know. Like, they're very good to me. Like, Jammy bastard, bro, he's going away in like 2 weeks. It's like 35 degrees in Dubai at the moment. Like, I call him me nephew because he grew up on this housing estate, but one of me nephews, me Muslim nephews, me brother-in-law's nephews, they all grew up on this housing estate with Dylan and all. It's like, and now they live in Dubai. Do you understand? Shout out to Trap Hacks. Finn, I want you to I have a little assignment for you. Go on Instagram and check Trap Hacks, right? And tell me what you found out tomorrow, right? And I'll tell you something about it. I know who owns it. You know. Grew up in this housing estate, had a dream. He wanted a bit of the American dream, and he went out and he carved a bit for himself. And check Trap Hacks on Instagram. That's him, off this housing estate. And now he's a millionaire, bro. Living in Dubai, in California, bro. You understand? In a certain county in California, whatever, it's legal to grow the weed, so him and all his boys, you know, it's a legal business, you know. And over in America, it's like, you know, it's crazy. Like, your brand can go global. And it's mad. I've seen some of his Instagram posts. Me and the boys going for a little ride. Finn, 1,000 of them going for a cruise in California on their quads, their fucking trikes, their surrounds, whatever, bro, you know. Riding 1,000 of them. And about 6 of them went from this housing estate with him. You know, he took his boys with him, bro. You know, and they're all off this manor, you know. And they're super successful. Like, Finn, when you can have a chain on your neck with 250 racks, that's 3 houses, Finn. You know, I couldn't believe it, bro. Like I said, look at the lifestyle they're living. Go check them out. Trap Hacks. Yeah, he come off this housing estate, bro. You know, he's my brother-in-law's sister's kid. You know, and he's a very smart businessman, and fair play to him, you know. Ah, fuck off, Finn. Bastard. Yeah, well, hey, do you want to swap the hat for the Cali? In all fairness, Finn, that's what I'm having at the minute. That's what I have a bit myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, I have a bit myself. It's nice as well, you know. Bro, you know what the difference is, right? You know, Stardog, they charge you £20 for that, right? But you know this Cali, it's like fucking 30, right? For a 3-5 of it, it's like, and I was like, bro, I'm not fucking paying you 30 quid. He's like, right, get out 25 then. I was like, 20 done. He's like, bro, I didn't even agree to it. I said, you did, you just don't realise yet. He's like, bro, you're a fucking cunt, you know. He said, do you want to come for a ride? I was like, what, on that? He's like, yeah. I was like, fuck no. He said, bro, go on, just drive down the road with me. I was like, I'm not driving anywhere with you. The last time I went anywhere near you, there was a police helicopter over my head. Fuck off. No way. Hell no. He's like, for all time, fuck off. No, bro. Hey, a fucking brand new spanking Ducati. I thought it was a Ninja when I went in the garden or something like that. It wasn't. A fucking black Ducati. I thought it said Kawasaki at first. It wasn't. It was fucking Ducati. I'm like, fuck's sake, bro. How'd you miss that? You know, you want to see this thing twin fucking end. You want to see the fucking exhaust on the fin. You know, I'm like, go on then, just look. Threw the keys on, you know, I was like, really? Are you gonna let me have a go of it? He says, I'm like, fuck. Dad. I was like, what'd you give me the keys for? He says, starter. I says, what? He says, starter. I said, it's a her. He says, yeah. I said, how can it be a her? It's a him. It's black. Do you understand? It's not a her. Don't you dare insult this bike. Turned it over, Finn. Jesus Christ, man, I had me hand on the brake. Do you understand? I'm like that. I'm looking behind me. I'm like, the exhaust is kicking. It's going. I'm like, fuck. Can I have a little go? He's like, no fucking way. If you come off that, bro, you understand? I was like, what? It's fucking stolen, isn't it? That's not the point. You know. Yeah, fucking fireman, 170, bro, down the road. He said, you can have a backie. I said, what the fuck is this? A backie? A fucking backie? You know, you can have a backie. What the fuck is a backie? You know, I'll fucking give you a backie in a minute, a fucking backhander, mate. But this kid, man, he's fucking brave as fuck. He throws his hands back at me. And do you know what? He's probably the only fucking youngster I know that it actually throw his hands back at me. I know he would. You know, I'd be well proud of him as well. I'd expect it of him. But I love this fella, like, he's a good kid, you know. Yeah. But he owes me a favour, you know. No, bro, I wouldn't get on one. I have kids. There's no way. Bro, listen, that's a lie. I did get on it, right? But I didn't drive it anywhere. I just turned it over, that's it. You know, the fucking exhaust, bro, I was like, here, get me off this, because it's like, I was getting that crazy thought in my head. Bro, just let me go up the alley. You know, it's like, no. And then on the way down, I seen some kid, bro, on a Saron, getting chased by the feds, doing a wheelie with one hand. One hand. Nah, listen to me, I have a son. I wouldn't get on a Ducati. I don't think I'll be able to handle it. It's too powerful. It's souped up to bits. You want to see this bike, man? It's like a fucking Ducati on steroids. It wasn't just your basic fucking twin turbo, fucking whatever the exhaust he has on it. It's like, but the noise of it. It's like when I turned the fucking ignition, mate, I swear down. He said, hold that fucking brake a minute. I said, why? He said, it'll jump forward. I said, fuck off, will you? You know, I had hold of that brake, mate. You know, it's like, but, yeah. I got a bit of a kick out of it, in all fairness, you know what I mean? I could feel me blood pumping. I was like, boom, boom. Hey, Alina. Nah, listen, I have a son, man. I wouldn't fucking, are you mad? No way. It's like I wouldn't trust myself. I couldn't get on a bike. I wouldn't be allowed legally, so I'm not going to get on it legally. You know, I have a son. I have other kids as well, you know, fuck that. Like, my recovery time is fucking shit. at the moment. So if I hit a brick wall, I'm dead. If I come off the bike, I'm dead. You know, if I get a chase, I'm dead. You know, if I pull a wheelie, I probably won't be able to hold it. I'm dead. So for them reasons, I am out. You know, me bollocks, man. I was thinking, Jude, if you get on this bike, you're not going to see your son the weekend. You're either going to be dead, you know, because you've got things in your head, and all it takes is a lack of concentration, and you're fucking dead, mate. And I don't want to be dead. You know, I want to be... It's in order... yeah, I have to keep myself safe so I can see my son, you understand? That's all I give a fanny about at the minute, is like his safety. Safety first. You know, other people's safety. No, I'm joking. I'm going out for a cup of tea, guys, but I'd like to thank you all for your support over the last few days. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Lee Marvin Hitchman as well for being a fucking sellout. You bollocks, you didn't turn up. I'm not plugging your book again. You can fuck off. Joking. Shout out to Lee Marvin Hitchman. It's like, hey, don't turn a blind eye. Hey, remember this cliche. Don't turn a blind eye. That's his organisation he's trying to start up. You know, and it's for victims and survivors. Sexual abuse, sexual assault, domestic violence, rape. And it's going to be a helpline for survivors to talk to other survivors. And Lena, I know you're listening to me and you're probably watching me on telly. How are you, Lena? And fucking watching me on the telly. I'd like you to share this message as well. Don't turn a blind eye. Lee's trying to start this organisation, yeah? And it's to help survivors like us. Yeah? It's not our fault. Do you understand? It's not you's our fault. I'm going to be honest with you. If you were abused sexually, mentally, physically as a kid, it's not your fault, right? You know it's not your fault, right? It's not your fault, bro. If I'm your mate and you reach out and tell me that, that's what I'm going to tell you. This isn't your fault. Somebody else did it. Well, like I said, this is what he said to me. He said, you, my organisation is going to be a big one, and I could do with your help. So, well, he didn't, not in so many words, but Lee knows what I'm like. I'll back him to the fullest, you know, because of a lot of times he's my brother, man. I look at him like that, you know, like, I was probably having one of the worst weeks of my life last week, and you know what? He's the only one that turned up. Don't get me wrong, you showed up and you showed me your support and all, but he took it to the next level. He come to me door, you know, and my brothers love him, you know. They fucking love him, you know. My brothers were like, bro, we hated that foxy bastard, but you see, Lee, we love Lee. You know what I mean? You want geezers like that in your corner, Jude, if you're writing a book. Lee is the man to help you, and he told me he would. So, look, for all I know, it could be a flop, and I mightn't even sell 100 cop. But fuck it, it has to drop. 30 years ago, you'd never thinking it would be TikTok either, would you though? Still, it's like, I don't know, like, the start is fucking, like, I don't know where to start. But, I was sitting there listening to him and he's telling me about this organisation, Don't Turn a Blind Eye. And all the trauma Lee has faced in his life. You know, like, never mind the fact that he was actually born in style prison. Now, I can't say too much if you don't already know a story, because the sooner you read it, but read it through his eyes, because here, Lee gives something away to me for free. And he told me, he said, Jude, let your eyes be your pencil. Do you understand? Let your eyes be your pencil. You know, and that's the best advice he could give me. You know, let your eyes be your pencil, bro. You know, and somebody that's done it already, you know, I'm, like I said, you know, it's good advice, I think, you know, because it's like the doorway to your soul is through your eyes, you know. Uh, Now, Lee, he supported me over the last few years, you know. He knew I was having a wobble and he come down, he showed up, you know. That means action speaks louder than words, and Lee is a man of action, you know. And I'll support him to the fullest. I was there at his book launch. You know, if I say I'll turn up for somebody, I will. You know, Bruce Springsteen was in the city at the time. There was all groupies outside screaming, "Where is Bruce? Where is Bruce?" I'm like, "Where's Bruce? Fuck Bruce." You know, I'm not here for Bruce, I'm here for Lee. You know, and I said to Lee, "Stand there, bro, walk to me." You know, and everyone's fucking clapping like they thought he was a celebrity. He is a celebrity in the city. To me, and anyway, he is. He's a G, he's a real G, and he's been there and lived to tell a story, you know, and he's an inspiration, I think. You know, and he's just so calm, and do you understand? And he's a big fucker. He looks like fucking Dracula. He's big, you know, like, I remember the first time he rolled up on me, you know, watch this, right? All my life, I've been watching people come. I see it, I can hear you walking up the fucking road. This cunt, stood outside Tesco, yeah? I looks left, there's nobody coming, yeah? I looks right, there's no one coming. I'm fucking stood there. He appears out of nowhere on a fucking spaceship. He was on this scooter, it must have happened about 60 lights on it, all flashing and luminous. I was like, "Blow, are you fucking Santa Claus? You're a bit early." You know, what the fuck? Where did you come from, bro, with all them lights on? I didn't even see, man. You know, I was like, fuck's sake. And he had his collars like that, proper kill. He just oozes fucking man. You know, honestly. You know, he's like, he was fucking telling me the other day, you know, he's like, "Bro, you okay though?" You know, I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm fucking," he said, "You're not fucking okay." Well, then what you fucking asking for? Because I care. You know, what a fucking lovely thing to say, you know. Hey, I'm fucking telling you a message, you're fucking playing it. Are you fucking making passes at me? I am not a gay. Here, go and look at that Ross Kemp documentary about the number gang, and you'll see that's where it comes from. You know, Ross Kemp is interviewing a fucking geezer from the number gang. I only found out today on me brother, you know that geezer that did that interview, they killed him. I killed him. They fucking killed him. That's about Manchester in the night time. When it gets to September, you can feel that winter chill in the air. You know, Manchester, it's like, the only way I can say is, it's like, you know, the way the streets are at night, it's like the glow, you know, it's mad. It's like, and you can hear fucking police and helicopters in the background, you know, and spotting drones. Like, I'm not far from the city centre, so, you know, this triggers me, you know, but I'm relaxed. Do you understand? Now I'm really triggered. But the thing about coping strategies, now, it takes you forever to learn them, you know, and then when you learn them, you forget them. But I think that comes with age. Hey, I've spotted a drone crossing just as we're talking. Watch this, right? Now, if you say this is a plane, I'm going to block you, right? Keep watching. It's a plane, right? They can't afford choppers. Go on now with that, you big beak and you look. Just as well I haven't got a fucking RPG, mate. I'd sting you from here. Heat signal. But you can't hit a fucking drone with a torpedo, can you? But I have a crack shot with a rifle. You know, it's because we're right near the city centre. You know that sheik over there? He has one that flies over the Etihad campuses all over the night. You know, they have the amount of cameras they have over there. You know, like earlier on, wait till you hear this, right, guys? I'm going to go in now and say goodnight to you all, but on the way back from Lisa's today, I'm outside the Etihad making a video, cussing Man City. Next of all, I'm stood there and I hear this kid go, yo, you man. I'm like, I fucking thought it was two teenagers or something, right? I looks behind me and there's two 7-8-year-olds, right? My man's, yes, G. I'm like, what? He goes, yes, G. He says, I know you don't. I says, you don't fucking know me, little man. He's like, you do video slagging City, don't you? I'm a City fan. I said, you've not come to fill me in, have you? He said, no, can I get in one of your videos? I was like, you won't hit me now if I let you in the video, will you? You know, make sure you don't tell your father that I fucking stopped you. You fucking stopped me. It's on camera. So I made a video. I said, who's going to win the Premier League this year? Go on, little man. Man City. I said, go on. He goes, United. I said, fucking Liverpool. You want to hear what they call me off camera? Fuck's sake, man. And the finger. You know. You know, I got the middle finger as well. You know, little bastards. You know, fuck United and all this. Little cunt, I was going down the road and he was giving me the middle finger and all. I said, wait, let's see your die, you bowsy. Thanks, Stuart. Fuck off. You know. Nah, fucking harmless, you know what I mean? It's like some of them, they go over, they make content, whatever, you know, it's like, you know, like YouTube, if you get yourself 50 subs on your channel, you could turn it into anything you wanted, like a sports channel, you could turn it into a therapy channel, a fucking mental health, addiction, suicide awareness, prevention channel, like there's so many angles and routes you could go down. What time are we on? Right, I said too much. It's gone past 9:30. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to kill that, go in, turn my phone off, and just, I don't think I'm going to have another smoke tonight. You know, I may as well just fucking, what's the point in having a joint and then, you know. So I'm going to watch a movie about witches. And I have one more sleep. And then I'll see my son overnight. I can't wait to have him here, Finn. Guys, listen, I'm going to go. But Finn's going to be going live very soon. If he's not already gone live, he's trying to get to his first 1,000. So is Pablo. There's a couple of people in here that have been in and out the last few days. I think there's a kid called Powley. And he said he's a rapper. So I'm gonna check his channel out, and if it is a thing, he is who he says he is, I'll share his channel. And there's a couple of other people that come in and out of the chat. You're always gonna get gobshites. Everybody's got an arsehole. It doesn't matter where you're from, what religion you are, who you belong to. You know, everyone's got an arsehole. Like I said, I'm leaving you in a better state of mind tonight than I have been the last week, man. You know, see me young fella today, man. Fuck's sake, I was like, you know, hey, mate. I want to learn him how to fly a kite and, you know, stuff like that. You know, that he can teach his kids, you know, like, Yeah, like, I love my son that much. I love my family, you know what I mean? And I need to work on myself. And I'm going to take my Fendi tracksuit in because I'm not. Oh, it's too wet. Me bollocks, man. See, I don't want to leave it out there, but it's going to fucking stay out there. I'm going in. But guys, thanks very much for your company the last few days. I really appreciate it. You know, you're always going to get wankers on YouTube, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I can't complain because normally you get decent people that come in an hour here. You see, now I'm leaving with an even number or an uneven number, and I can't leave like that. Right. 7 minutes, 9:45, and I'm fucking gone for good because I've gone over, and it's one of them things with me. If I go over my slot, it's like an OCD thing, isn't it? So it's 21:37, so in 7 minutes I'll close my live, and I hope you all have a good Friday. And guys, listen, when I end this live, I think Finn is gone live already. So if you're not doing that, and go over and support him and fucking say hello in the chat and be respectful, you know, because he's a good kid. I like Finn. Finn is like the next generation of young Dubliner to do YouTube, and it's like Finn's channel will be fucking mega one day. You know, the one thing Finn has on his side and he doesn't realise it is time. You know, my son's around Finn's age, or Finn's not too, he's not much younger, I'm not much older than my son. And the way he speaks about mental health, recovery, suicide, I'm like, you know, I see this kid, like, if he had a bit more direction, like his channel could fucking, you know, I had a feeling, right, well, I'm gonna fuck off now then, you know, and go over and say hello. Like I said, I've a lot of love for Finn. He invited me to his wedding. You know, I've been on YouTube 7 years, and I've made a lot of friends and acquaintances and allies on here, and nobody's ever invited me to a wedding. You know, so if I'm still here, please God, I'll fucking go. You know, it's like I'd definitely go. It'd be an honour to go. You know, you know, it would be really nice, you know. So that'd mean I'd have to go up the day before. I'd have to book a hotel, like months in advance. So like I said, yeah, like if 3 people off YouTube asked me to go to their wedding, I'd go. Now, I've no plans other than going to see me ma's grave in Ireland if I do ever return there. But if Pablo asked me to go to his wedding, I think I'd probably go. You know, Pablo for me, he come the close to me. He come closest to me old friend Mario. Like Pablo fucking saved my life. I was in a bad way, you know, and he stopped me from fucking ending me. Honestly, I'm not joking. You like, you know, and he helped me get past £290,000 of my father's money. Do you understand? Pablo did that. No doctor, and I've had the best fucking psychiatrist money can buy, mate. But you see, Pablo, out of everybody got into me, he got through to me. You know, and I was like, you know what, I'll be forever indebted to that man, because he stopped me from getting on a bike one day and fucking probably crashing. You know, today, you know, I could hear Pablo in my head saying, get off that bike. Jude, get off that bike. You know, and I'm turning around looking at him, and I'm like that, look, I have hold of the brake, yeah. Pablo's like, Jude, get off the bike. I'm like that, look, I have the brake. Right, guys, good night. I'm away, and go over and say hello to Finn if you aren't doing anything, okay? And good night, Richard Dowling, as well. Shout out to you, man, for coming in with you. Good night. You might see me later for half an hour. You never know, but I'm watching a movie, right? I'm out.